and welcome back to my channel. I'm Paige and today I have a fun announcement for you. So it is now officially fall, and with fall comes Halloween and spooky things. So me and two other booktubers, Shannon over at Bookerly and Lala over at Books and Lala, are putting on a readathon. The readathon is titled SPOOKATHON, and it runs from October 17th to the 23rd. We felt like that was a really good time for it because it's the week before Halloween, and then you still have Halloween free to do all your festivities, whatever it is that you like to do. So the main challenge, the main theme of this readathon is to read a thriller. Read something spooky, hence the name SPOOKATHon. There will be other challenges in this readathon that we will announce closer to the actual readathon date. So to get you guys amped up for this readathon, we thought we'd do a little recommendation video. When we say thrillers, I mean that could be anything. It could be a thriller, it could be a murder mystery, it could be a psychological thriller, it could be a horror book. So just anything that kind of gets your heart pumping as you're reading. So again, the readathon runs from October 17th to the 23rd. So stay tuned for all of our announcements and giveaways. There are some awesome giveaways going on in this readathon that you just don't want to miss out on. So definitely stay tuned for all of our future videos coming up because this readathon's gonna be awesome, okay? Alright. Anyways, now to my recommendations. I have 5 books that I want to share with you guys that I think are awesome and I loved and they got my heart pumping or excited, so let's get into it. The first book I want to share with you is The Outliers by Kimberly McCreight. This was a 5-star read for me. Oh my goodness. I flew through this book in like one sitting and just so much crazy stuff happened in it, and it was so good. So basically the story follows a young girl named Wiley, and she gets a text message from her friend Cassie saying that she needs help and she needs her friend Wiley to come find her and come get her. So Wiley along with Cassie's boyfriend, they meet up and they go search for Cassie. Along the way, stuff gets real and they end up in the woods and just things happen where you are like, what is going on, but in a very good way. This book just kept me reading, and it is the first to a series. So there will be another book coming out. This book came out in May, so probably we'll have to wait a little bit for that next one. But this I would recommend to anyone who loves to be in suspense and trying to figure out what's gonna happen and what's going on. This is perfect for you if you like that. Next, I have a book recommendation that is actually a trilogy, and that is the Unbecoming of Mara Dyer trilogy. These books are so good. But more specifically, I want to talk about the first book in the trilogy. This book kept me reading and trying to figure out what happened and what is going on. It follows Mara Dyer, who wakes up with no memory of what happened. There was a tragedy that happened that she was a part of, and she does not remember it. And then stuff gets real. So her and her family decide that they need a fresh start, so they move to Florida. And while in Florida, Mara Dyer is going through some things. That's all I will say. And the whole time you are reading it, you're trying to figure out what genre is this. So I definitely recommend you going in blind, like not knowing the genre. But you're trying to figure out what genre this is so you can try to figure out what is happening. Like, you're basically trying to figure out, is Mara Dyer crazy? And it's a roller coaster of emotions. You go through oh my god, this girl right here, she has some serious issues and she's crazy. And then you go through a period of where, well, maybe she's not that crazy. Maybe there's something valid to what's going on. And then you go back to being, nah, she's crazy. So I recommend this. It is a roller coaster. It is so good. You will want to pick up the next one. I will warn you, it is not like a literary masterpiece. There are some tropes in here. You know, Noah Shaw being one, which is like the love interest in this story, but the pace of it and just the craziness of it, for me at least, totally made up for the fact that there were just kind of some cliches in it. But I definitely recommend it for a fun read, especially for someone who might not be super into thrillers, but it's just a really good, fast-paced book that will keep you in suspense. The next two books that I'm recommending are by the queen of psychological thrillers, and that is Gillian Flynn. So, yes. So the first book I want to talk about is Sharp Objects by Gillian Flynn. This book. I love Gillian Flynn's ability to just create such messed up characters. Like, her characters are just so I love them. Sharp Objects is about our main character Camille, who is a reporter, and she finds out that there is like a string of abductions and murders of little girls in the town that she is from. So she sets out to, well, she doesn't want to. Her boss makes her go back to her hometown and try to figure out what's going on and write some articles about it. And then you meet her mom and her crazy half-sister and her messed up family, and it just is wonderful. And oh, this book, yeah, really good. It's a quick read. It's pretty short. I recommend it to everyone. This would be a perfect book to put on your TBR for this readathon. And next I have Dark Places by Gillian Flynn. Oh, this book like left my heart just like pumping and like my gut like wrenching, and oh my god, this book was everything. Everything. So it follows Libby Day, who when she was young, her whole family was massacred, just murdered. And so it really brought a lot of attention, and she got a lot of news coverage, and she basically was able to live off of the money that people would donate to her because her whole family was murdered. And the whole time everyone thinks that the brother is the one that murdered the whole family. She starts running out of money, and she needs a way to make money, and I guess, you know, can't just go get a job. That'd be too easy. So she joins up with this group of people who are like obsessed with murders and like famous murders. And so she meets up with this group, and they pay her for appearances. They pay her to talk to certain people that might have been involved in the massacre, and through there she discovers some things that makes her question whether her brother did it or not. And yeah, read it. Read it, read it. Gillian Flynn is a perfect author to read for this readathon because her books just keep you in suspense. They mess up your mind. They are full of such just crazy characters, and I highly recommend this. And last but certainly not least, definitely not least, probably my favorite read of 2016, I am recommending A Head Full of Ghosts by Paul Tremblay. This book is one of those books where it has been probably 6 months since I've read it, and I still think about it. That's how much it affected me. It was so good. So good. I just want everyone to read this book because it just, oh my gosh, I cannot rave enough about Paul Tremblay and his writing and how awesome this book was. Like, seriously. So this book follows a family who live in the suburbs, and it's told through the eyes of Mary, which at sometimes in the story she's a young girl, 8 years old, and in other parts of the story she is older, grown up, like 25. And basically Mary's older sister, Marjorie, starts having some mental problems, and the family is coping with that. But then the dad gets involved with the church, and they start to wonder if she is going through some sort of psychological problems or if it is a demon that is possessing her. And so they actually get on a reality television show that films her exorcism. And it sounds like a ripoff, like, oh, The Exorcist. It's not. It is so good. Please read this book. It was 5 stars, hands down. Favorite book that I have read this year. So good. And again, it's a quick read. It's not super long, and you will fly through this. I cannot say enough good things about this book. So there you have it. Those are my recommendations for like some really good, solid thriller, horror, mystery books that you can read for this awesome Spookathon readathon. Let me know if you're thinking of participating in this readathon or if you've read any of the books that I mentioned. And please stay tuned for further videos about the upcoming readathon. You don't want to miss out. Bye!